Hi, Tricia Greaves here. I'm so excited to share with you my passion, and that's helping people overcome emotional eating. You see, I was an emotional eater of the hopeless kind. I was 50 pounds overweight, but I found a way up and out. And for the past 22 years, I've been sharing that with other people. Now, what does that mean, overcome emotional eating? What it means is that there's a way by which you can address the underlying causes of what compels you to eat in the first place. And then you don't have to overeat. You see, we all know what to eat. We know what not to eat. But does that stop us? No, it never stopped me. I still craved the ooey gooey chewy foods that made me fat. The fact is that my weight and food struggles had nothing to do with food. They had everything to do with how I was living, what personality traits, and what situations in life were driving me to eat. What I want to do is share some of those situations with you, some of that inner stuff. Let's take a look. What do all emotional eaters have in common? We're people pleasers. We seek validation from others by trying to please them. The problem with this is that we say yes to everything, we overdo, we do other people's jobs, we work too late, and then by the end of the day we're exhausted, we overeat for quick energy. But not only that, but have you noticed that nobody's even pleased? Either they didn't notice, or they didn't give us credit, or they gave the credit to somebody else. Whatever it is, we're pissed, they're not pleased, and we overeat to console ourselves. There's a better way. Do what you can do in a day that makes you happy, and trust me, everybody will be a lot more pleased. The biggest mistake emotional eaters make is getting on the scale. If you give the scale the power to make you feel good, you also give it the power to make you feel bad. So if you get on the scale and it tells you what you like, you feel like you have a little bit of wiggle room, and you overeat. If it tells you something you don't like, you get discouraged, you figure what's the use, and you overeat. Either way, the scale is not your friend.
I felt cursed by the fact that I had emotions. I felt cursed that I was sensitive, that I got my feelings hurt easily, that I would cry when I didn't want to cry. But what I know today is it's not a curse. It's just something I have to acknowledge about myself. If I don't, I'm going to eat over it. So I want to talk about men. I didn't have validation for myself, and so I sought it in men. I sought it through sex. I sought it through trying to primp myself and look pretty. I sought it through just doing all kinds of crazy things. You know, I don't have to explain to you. The bottom line is I didn't have self-worth, I didn't have love for myself, and I sought it in other people. I have to tell you, it's not other people's jobs to love me if I don't love myself. How can they? I don't love me, why should they? That it's time to build a relationship with yourself, not with somebody else. Start with yourself. Start with loving yourself, and then you'll feel worthy of love from everybody else.
Look, I know most people are going to keep dieting and looking for a quick fix. Let's do it differently. Let's be radical. Let's heal from the inside out. Let's make a lasting difference in our health and in our weight.